What is digital and collaborative learning? How does it look from the viewpoint of our stakeholder? I designed a Google form and sent it out to our stakeholders as defined by Jerm Yarmut, Tristan McCowan and Nitya Rao. I then gathered their viewpoints in a word cloud. It means different things. It visibly and audibly looks and sounds different to our stakeholders. Collaborative learning from my viewpoint means chaos. It means not everyone is pulling their fair share and someone is drafting off someone else's work ethic. This is an aspect of my pedagogy I'll need to change. Collaborative learning needs to be looked more favourably on as a tool for dynamic instruction and learning. I need to be like Lauren Davis. As for my practice in this area, I have attained Google 1 and Level 2. I have a certified Google trainer and have recently completed my Google Innovator project on an andragogy for seasoned educators. I've also completed John Bergman's Flipped 1 and 2 and Differentiated Planner, and I am a certified Flipped trainer. I have Microsoft certifications in 21st Century Design for Learning and most of the Microsoft applications. I am an Apple certified teacher and I'm currently working towards my Flipgrid Level 3 certification. I use many online platforms such as Education Perfect and IXL. However, all this use of online application and collaboration tools neglect to do one thing in my opinion. We are neglecting to teach thinking skills. Are our students being creative with these technologies? Are they really consuming instead with these technologies? When they are working with others on these technologies, are they interpreting, analysing, synthesising or evaluating? Robert Fisher says, one of the reasons that creativity is needed in learning is that intelligence alone is not sufficient. Intelligent people are not necessarily successful at thinking. They may fall into what Edward de Bono calls the intelligence trap. I reused the Google form and sent it out to capture learner voice. The following backgrounds are word clouds around the ideas of thinking and knowledge construction. The New Zealand curriculum, page 12, states that thinking is about using creative, critical and metacognitive processes to make sense of information, experience and ideas. These processes can be applied to purposes such as developing understandings, making decisions, shaping actions or constructing knowledge. How do you teach understanding, decision making, the shaping of action and the construction of knowledge? What does that look like? In order to accurately say that you are doing knowledge construction according to the ITL rubrics and doing it well, you must have designed lessons that go beyond knowledge reproduction to generate ideas and understandings that are new to them. Activities that require knowledge construction ask students to interpret, analyse, synthesise or evaluate information or ideas. Knowledge construction happens when students do more than reproduce what they have learned. They go beyond knowledge reproduction to generate ideas and understandings that are new to them. The skills of knowledge construction are often considered critical thinking. Activities that require knowledge construction ask students to interpret, analyse, synthesise or evaluate information or ideas. Interpretation means drawing inferences beyond the literal meaning. This could be seen as green hat thinking and white hat thinking. Analysis means identifying the parts of a whole and their relationships to each other. This would fit into the solo taxonomy and the yellow and black hat thinking. Synthesis means identifying the relationships between two or more ideas. This relates to solo taxonomy. Evaluation means judging the quality or credibility or importance of data, ideas or events. This is the red and blue hat thinking. Student-centred learning activities, inquiry-based learning, project-based learning, collaborative work, teacher-assisted learning. Flip videos make excellent use of the students' time and that they content load from the front. I have a YouTube channel where they can be stored and re-watched. When making these videos, I don't really focus around the thinking aspects. I could make use of these videos better and set them up against a recognised and researched taxonomy or a framework. In Google Classroom, I've used the rubric to make learning transparent. Rubrics are great for students. They let students know what is expected of them and clarify the mark or grade they receive by clearly stating in age-appropriate vocabulary the expectations for a project. They also help students see learning is about gaining specific skills, both in academic content and in problem solving. They give the students the opportunity to do self-assessment to reflect on their learning process. I haven't created a rubric in Google Classroom that would help with the thinking process. I think that would be a great idea. There are Google Slides available that deal with the idea of ideation. Ideation is the most exciting stage in design thinking because during ideation, the aim is to generate a large quantity of ideas that the team can then filter and cut down into the most innovative ones. I've seen a lot of these. They are like pinboards in that the students in groups can manipulate the items on the slide to show progressions of thinking. There is an iPad app produced by Pam Hooked that helps to generate questions that develop the complexity of Solo's taxonomy. These apps can be used in collaboration with others to show group thinking. Google Drawing, which I don't really use, would be a great place to start using some concept mappings that would help with the collaboration of ideas. Students need a way of looking at the world that enables them to think in diverse and creative ways. I would like to design a rubric, and I think I need to find or create a Thinking Hats app. This rubric will sit in Google Classroom. This allows the students to see the progressions in thinking. These would have the indicators of decision making, ideation, generation as in Solo's taxonomy, linking of ideas to create lateral thinking as discussed by De Bono. This rubric would have to start off very simply, and as the children use different frameworks of thinking or taxonomies, their thinking would develop in complexity. I would also like to see an indicator in their development in their ability to use all 6 of the thinking hats. De Bono has argued against giving members of the group 1 hat each, rather that they should collaborate together and do 1 hat at a time together. We can do this digitally and collaboratively across the apps in G Suite. The Thinking Hats framework builds different thinking processes associated with a different coloured hat. It allows for the opportunity for creativity within decision making, allowing for sounder and more resilient choices to be made. And if an app could be created that would allow for easier collaboration where members of a team are not in the same location, so much the better.